Hi, my name is Kelli Raines. I'm a director and actress, and welcome to the Chat with Dan show.
Welcome back, everyone, to another incredible episode of Chat with Dan here. Joining me today, can I say? Right. I'm already having the best Tuesday by far because I have on the show the incredible, the amazing, the badass, the superstar, the legendary, the one and only, the incredible Kelli. Kelli, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
You're fantastic. What better way to have an incredible, super badass day than to be chatting with someone as badass as you? You know what I mean?
Thank you. Appreciate
Of
it.
course, of course. Now, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, follow. It helps a lot. But also in the description below, you're gonna find all of Kelli's social media. Let's follow her. Let's find out why she's super badass. And without further more, let's jump in. So, I want to start this whole conversation by throwing out the very first question, which is, what initially drew you to acting, directing, modeling, like the whole thing in the first place? Was there a performance, something that triggered the whole thing to make you realize, you know what, this is my passion from now on?
So I used to do acting when I was younger. It started off with theater, and then I tried the whole child acting thing, going to New York. And I kind of fell out of love with it for a while. And then after I graduated college, I got back into it because of a directing class initially. But I just love the idea of building worlds through films, and I am obsessed with watching TV shows and movies. And every single time I watch them, I'm like, I feel like I could do this in any capacity, whether it was directing or acting. And I think one of the biggest franchises that made me be like, I need to get back into this now was The Hunger Games, because that was always in my favorite franchise. And then they came out with the new movie, and I was devastated I wasn't in it. I didn't audition or anything or was even close to it, but I was like, if there's any chance to be part of something like that in any film, I'm on board. So I've taken it pretty seriously from there.
And here we are right now.
Yeah.
That's pretty epic. And you know, when you did realize this wasn't just something you loved, but something you wanted to seriously pursue, what were some of the first challenges, let's say, that you encounter?
There's some of the first challenges were definitely not knowing where to begin. When I was doing the child acting thing, that was still pre-COVID world. So that was you go to New York and you audition, as many people know. And then post-COVID, I was excited because that meant I had a lot more opportunities. But as far as self-taping, I had no idea what that looked like, what other people's setups looked like, who I was going against for these roles. So it was definitely jumping in the deep end. And I think a lot of people feel that way. So I don't think I'm alone in that. But I was in college at that time, so trying to figure out when I would have time if I actually started booking. And I started off very ambitious. I was like, gosh, I'm gonna have to move so many things around when I start booking, and it's like it's a slow process. So I definitely got a reality check there. But yeah, I think it's just something where as I've gone through, I'm like, I don't think I could have done this role if I didn't have those experiences first, and kind of just learning the industry in and out. The way that I describe the acting industry is, have you ever watched the Nickelodeon show Victorious? It's
No,
okay if you
no.
haven't. Basically, the show Victorious is about a group of students who go to a Hollywood performing arts high school. And in one of the episodes called The Bird Scene, where the main character has to perform a scene and do it over and over every single time. The director or teacher is like, do it again, do it again. And she's done it all these different ways. And then towards the end of the episode, she freaks out and it's like, I don't care if you don't like it. I did my best. This is what I wanted to do. This is how I like it. And he's like, okay, you passed. And that's what the acting industry feels like to me. And as far as self-doubt, because everything is you get so many conflicting pieces of feedback. You could show you were acting to one person and they're like, you're a star, you're gonna make it big. You show it to the other person, they're like, you should delete this immediately and like never put it out anywhere. And I feel like with all those different conflicting things, you literally just have to look inward and be like, do I like what I did? Is this something I would watch on my own? If it is, that's it. Don't ask other people. Just keep going forward. And that's really hard for me because I really just am used to more verbal affirmations. That's what I feel comfortable with. That's how I know that I'm doing well. That's my evidence. But getting into acting, you realize like that's really not something you're going to get. You submit auditions into the void, you're not hearing back. So you just have to be really confident in what you're doing because some of the most famous people got all of their no's and they had to make it happen for themselves. So You just gotta put in the work, put in the time. But yes, self-doubt every single day.
Do you still struggle with that even to this day? No matter how, yeah, like regardless the type of audition you're gonna do.
Yes, I struggle with it just because you never know what they're looking for. So sometimes you have the thought of, am I wasting my time sitting down for an hour to tape this or and then another hour to edit? But I also found avenues out of that where I just filmed my own film last weekend. So that was my way of being like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put myself in it anyways and direct it, get it all together just to give myself the experience of like being on that set and creating an environment because I also was able to write the script. So I think a lot of my doubts started to kind of feel a little silly when I started casting for my own film because I'm like, these people are great, but it's not matching what I have in my head because it's so specific. And when I found those people, immediately cast, and it's like, this takes the pressure off of me as an actress because I could have a great performance, but it's just not that one specific thing. So it's
Mm.
really out of your hands.
Now, with this process of directing, tell me how much has helping you on the acting side as well.
As far as directing, it takes the pressure off when I go to act because everyone is really focused on what they're doing. Like a director on set is going to be nervous. Am I getting the correct angles? Are all my actors in place? Am I conveying to the audience what I want to through the shot? Am I telling the story? And I think that before I did any of that, I was more thinking everyone's really honed in on my performance right now. I'm really nervous, but like having my mind taken off of that while directing and acting, because I did both, I haven't seen the footage yet, but it felt like my acting was more natural because I wasn't as focused on it. I was more focused on the other people in the scene. Are we hitting all of our marks? How's the camera work looking? Let me see the shot back. So I think that'll help going forward because we put so much pressure on ourselves as actors, but at the end of the day, you just need to be as human as possible. So I think it's helped me cool off a little bit.
Yeah, right on. Now, what part of this process do you enjoy right now? Is it the auditions, being on set, the whole preparation? Like, what is it?
Being on set is the most euphoric feeling ever. Every single time I leave a set, and this is how I got addicted, because every time I would leave a set, I was like, this is the happiest I have ever been. You were just in another world for a little bit. I was a background extra on a movie last year, but it was set in the 70s. So everyone's in their 70s outfits. We had like the atmospheric smoke, and I was like, I feel like I'm in a dream. This is amazing. It was like 2 a.m., so it's probably delirious, but everything about it was like, this is what I want, this is what I want to do. But I really do enjoy auditioning. Like I'll get my family involved to be readers and then I'll have my friends look it over. So it kind of just becomes more of like a playful thing for me. In the beginning, I really didn't like them, but that is the main job. So I do like them now.
Pretty cool. And on the flip side, what is the thing that you don't quite like the most?
The morning of a shoot, I get so nervous, like about to throw up, and it's just like so much pressure, and I'm so nervous about my lines and everything. The mornings are the worst. Getting there, it immediately goes away. It's like I used to play soccer whenever I was younger, and it'd be a thing where you're really nervous and the whistle blows and like nothing else matters. You're not stressed anymore. You're just going after the ball. That's how I feel about acting. But like you're gonna be nervous in the morning and you can't avoid it, and that part is the worst. But once you get on set, it just poof.
All right.
Mm.
Now, switching to our first activity called the craft break. Super simple. Gonna give you a description, a line, quote from a film. Then I'm gonna give you some options, of course, but you have to guess which one is the right one. Starting with the first one. It's a quote. It goes, "Hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things, and no good thing ever dies." Your options: The Green Mile, The Shawshank Redemption, or Dead Poets Society.
I'm gonna say Dead Poets.
You tell me. That's the one?
Yes.
Then in that case, let me just tell you that you're wrong. It's The Shawshank Redemption.
Fabulous. Good start. Good start.
Now, a description coming in. It goes, a young FBI trainee seeks the help of a brilliant imprisoned serial killer to catch another murderer. Your options: Seven, The Silence of the Lambs, or Prisoners.
Prisoners.
Are you sure?
No.
Should we lock that in?
Yeah, we're going with it.
All right. Then in that case, let me just tell you that you're wrong. It's Silence of the Lambs.
2 for 2. It's okay.
Now, an actor struggles to distinguish reality from performance while preparing for an emotionally demanding role as a ballet dancer. Your options: Whiplash, Birdman, or Black Swan.
Black Swan.
Are you sure?
Positive.
100%.
100%. 101%.
Then in that case, let me tell you that yes, you're right. It's Black Swan. Yep. Right. Now, a janitor at one of the world's top universities secretly possess extraordinary mathematical talent.
I don't even need the options. I can say it.
Oh, really? Let's see which one it is.
Good Will Hunting.
All right. Pretty cool. Now, a struggling actor unexpectedly becomes the face of a superhero franchise while questioning his own identity and relevance. And relevance. So it goes, while questioning his own identity and relevance. Your options: Birdman, wrestler, or the artist.
Oof. The wrestler?
You tell me.
I don't feel confident in that. But I don't feel confident in any of them.
So should we go for the wrestler? Are you sure?
No, let's go with the first one.
Birdman, you mean?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Then in that case, let me tell you that yes, you're correct. It's Birdman.
Yes.
All right. Now, a young woman volunteers to take her sister in her sister plays in a deadly televised competition that becomes the spark of a revolution. Your options: The Hunger Games, Battle Royale, or Ready Player One.
Hunger Games.
Are you sure?
Yes. If I'm not, that's embarrassing.
Yes, it's Hunger Games. Yeah. And you know what? The last one. This is for all the marbles. You can win this or lose this.
Okay.
And it's a quote. The quote goes, "With great power comes great responsibility." Your options: Spider-Man, Spider-Man Homecoming, or The Amazing Spider-Man.
Are those in order chronologically?
No, they don't. Oh, yeah, they don't.
Gosh, which one is first? Oh, you said The Amazing Spider-Man was an option?
Yeah, so the options are Spider-Man, the one with Tobey Maguire, Amazing Spider-Man Homecoming with, I just forgot his name, was in my head anyway, and The Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield.
I'm gonna say the OG Tobey Maguire.
Are you sure?
It would make sense, yeah.
I mean, it is for all the marbles. That's the answer? Taking?
Say it.
Yes? That's the one?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so we're gonna choose Spider-Man with the Tobey Maguire one, right? The OG.
Yeah, yes.
Then in that case, let me just tell you that one more time, you're right.
Yes! Oh, I was actually be so shocked if that was not him.
Yeah, you got it right. So you won. Pretty cool. Now, returning to our general transmission again, tell me, how do you personally deal with auditions that don't go anywhere?
I hate to say it, majority go absolutely nowhere except into my storage. I am my own biggest fan, so I will watch them over and over and over. I also am superstitious that the more I watch them, the less of a chance I have at actually booking them. And that has actually proven to be true, which is weird. But I can't not watch them because I always like to see okay, the morning after I did an audition, do I like it still in the morning, or do I have a different take? Do I wish I did it differently? There's really no point to it. But yeah, that's what I would say for auditions that go nowhere. It's fun. It's always fun to have, and some people do edit them into their reels, so that's not a bad idea either if you like it.
Yeah. Do you have a specific time that you like the most doing auditions? Is it the morning, afternoon, evening?
I am a night owl, so I don't do auditions before 10 p.m. really, unless I need a reader. Then I'll have my parents do it before, but like everything is done at night, which is also bad because then I do a million takes versus just doing it with my parents. But
How many takes usually takes you for a regular audition, let's say,
huh,
on a regular day?
I don't know if I want to answer this. I like to think 10 until I go back and it's more like 25, probably. I don't, what have your average answers been on here?
Well, they go from 2 to 7 to 10 to 20 plus to 1 to, I mean, it's basically depending the person, so I kind of get it.
Wow. Okay, so for ones that are more than three or more pages, I'll probably do it a total of under 10. But anything else, I'm going crazy.
Yeah. An actor once told me that the reason why she will do only 3 is that because she knew that if she didn't stop at 3, she would keep going on and on and on. So she has this mindset that I'm just gonna have 3 and that's it. So that kind of has helped her to make sure that whenever she's doing it, she's like 100% locking in and kind of and constantly kind of working on it. You know what I mean? But I mean, yet again, everybody's different and everybody has their own process. And at the end, what's important is what worked for you. I think that's the most
Yeah.
beautiful thing about this career is the fact that you don't have to follow in a specific path, right? I mean, sure, you can take parts from different people who inspired you, like all of that. But at the end, you have to create your own manual, let's say. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I remember watching a thing where Emma Stone said she submitted a self-tape for the movie Easy A, and she said she recorded it like a million times. And that's how I like to do it because yes, I will continue recording, but I also, if I have the time, I will. Because I find that some of my last takes are some of my best, whereas other people say that they choose the first take every time, no matter how many they did afterwards. I warm up into scenes. The beginning, it never is what I want it to be. So I don't even want to say that works for me because maybe it doesn't. Maybe I should just go with the first, but
I
I have
mean,
the time.
yeah, I mean, at the end, it's self tape, right? So it's like what I'm trying to say here is that if you can use that in your favor, right? And the fact that you can have multiple ones to actually send the right one, I will
Yeah.
do that. I will do the same thing. So
Yeah.
why not
Why
using it?
not?
You know? So pretty cool. Now, what helps you stay consistent when things are slow or uncertain?
So I one of my biggest strengths is I just have like a deep sense of hope, and that's something that I think I've found in majority of actors just have this like hope that maybe something will happen or just, that they'll be able to be on set. I think that's something that drives me because I've always had a strong work ethic, but what makes me want to do the work is a possibility of like being on set and doing something that I love. So I think that's what gets me going. But recently I joined an online acting community because I live in a barren state. And there's a lot of challenges that you can do with other people and other people who create their own challenges that I want to be a part of. So I think having that accountability of someone's not that they're counting on you, but you want to show up for them in that way. You want to get the reps in and have those same experiences as them. So lately, that's what's a lot of the stuff that I've been doing outside of auditions are like mock scenes with other people in that online community. And I find that yesterday I recorded something, I did not want to do it at all. But then I got there and I was like, this is so much fun and I love doing it. And I spent all night editing it and it's not going anywhere. I'm literally like putting it into the chat and like that's it. But it was fun. So I think other people definitely make me hold myself accountable.
Now, switching to our next activity, speedrun questions. Yes, no, or pass, super simple. Gonna ask you a couple of questions, but you can only answer yes, no, or pass.
Okay,
You ready?
let's go.
So, have you ever doubted your talent?
Yes.
Have you ever said yes to something you knew it wasn't right?
No, and I'm proud of that.
Have you ever compared your journey to someone else's?
Yes.
Have you ever felt like quitting everything?
Yes, every day.
Do you think success changes people?
It definitely can, yes.
do you think that it will change you?
I think it has to, honestly. I feel it depends on what level. I would hope not for the worst, but I mean, it changes your whole life, you know?
Yeah. Have you ever felt misunderstood in your career?
Yeah.
Do you believe timing matters more than talent?
Yes.
Have you ever taken an opportunity out of fear of losing momentum?
Yes, but the stakes were pretty low.
Do you think you're where you're supposed to be right now?
I hope so. Yes.
Have you ever surprised yourself with what you're capable of?
Yes.
And a bonus one. Can you cry on cue?
Yes. Don't ask. Please don't ask.
I won't ask. Don't worry, you're fine. All right. Pretty cool. And returning one more time to our regular transmission, tell me, what's something you've learned about yourself through acting that you didn't expect?
I don't want to repeat what I said earlier, but I realized how much I'm capable of, definitely. But I also realized how much I've relied on verbal validation in everything that I've done. I think when I played soccer, like you score goals, you're good. I played volleyball, you get points, you're good. You're starting, you're good. For this, the booking rate is the only metric you have, but that doesn't mean you're not good. It's like your hair was the wrong color, you're too tall. My neighbor's gonna do it instead. So I think that has made me freak out because I was like, what do you mean? Like, no booking means you're bad. I should probably stop. But then it's like, that's not the case in this industry. So it's definitely made me completely rewire and rethink everything I knew about myself. But I am in my early 20s. I'm post grad. So, like, there's already a lot of self discovery going on. And I think that if you let it, it helps build your self confidence.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. All right. More badass. Pretty cool. Now,
Yes.
who or what has had the biggest influence on how you approach in your craft in general?
I would say people who were not typically trained I find the most inspiration from because that's my journey. Like, I went to school for business. I didn't do anything acting for about 10 years and then I'm just jumping back into it. So I think a lot of celebrities, like Jennifer Lawrence, obviously like Hunger Games, but she is like who I aspire to be. And she has, I think, pretty much zero formal training. And the way she talks about it is just going at it from a lens of empathy and like you're all human, you've been through an experience similar, so you can just pull from that. And then outside of that, the people who inspire me are the people who I've actually met online because they're some of the most tenacious, like hardworking, open arms people. And that's just the industry in general. Everyone is so willing to help, which is I can go on about that forever. But I think the people that I met in this online community, like they are doing the things, they're booking, but they're still willing to go back and help. And like they're the ones who are teaching these classes, but they're still willing to help. So just having that support network and just everyone going out of their way to give you feedback if you're asking for it or be a reader if you need it. I find that that's been super helpful and inspirational.
Yeah. I mean, at the end, that's how it's supposed to be, right? The community to it. I think that's the most beautiful part. And I think in general, in every, career or, yeah, in every career, the fact that the community is the actual one who can pull you or inspire you to continue moving, or to learn new things. So when the fact that you have people who have opened their arms and to help you in, yeah, in become better, even know that they're helping the competition, let's say, right? They're actually doing it because, they've been there too. So I think
Yeah.
that's beautiful and it shows how things should actually be, to
Yeah.
help each
And I
other.
think people who are in the industry are the only people who are going to understand what you're going through, get a better gauge of like where you're at in your career, what could help you, because all of my friends went to business school as well. So like they're in accounting and I love them so much, but I can't necessarily go to them for advice on these things because they have no idea about it. Like my parents have no idea about the industry versus the only thing they go on is what I had when I was younger when they were taking me. That's the only knowledge. So I think just being around people who are currently in it at like every stage has been super, super helpful.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. It helps a lot. I mean, I get it that sometimes parents fell for family, friends, close ones will give always their best so you can feel better at it. But still, I mean, since they don't get it, you might appreciate the help, sure, but still you'll be like, yeah, but that's not quite like what I was expecting or what I actually needed. You know what I mean? So I kind of
Yeah.
understand that
Their
for
hearts are
sure.
in the right place,
Mhm.
definitely.
Yeah, yeah, and it kind of makes sense why sometimes people would think, "Oh, you're being an asshole," but you're like, "No, I'm just, I appreciate what the advice you're giving me, but at the end of the day, I need it from someone who is actually on the same thing, so I can kind of learn to it. And sure, I can take your advice into consideration, or that can help me, but on my craft has to be from someone who is on the craft. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah. Now, what does making it mean to you now compared to when you first started?
I love this question. This might be my favorite one so far. Because I think about this, reevaluate it like month by month. Because people ask me all the time, like, what's the goal here? Initially, since I'm one of those people where I'm like, since I was 5, I always said like I'm gonna be famous. I have no idea what for, but like it's gonna happen. Everyone is the same. I think when I started it back up, literally the goal was get me in the next Hunger Games when she writes it. Now, and just like kind of being with like A-listers, huge sets, all these things, lead roles and everything. Now, I just want to create more than anything in any capacity, whether that's like strictly directing or strictly acting or both. I love to watch something and feel something. That's why everyone watches things. And to be able to be someone who creates that and you get to see the audience experience what you wanted them to experience when writing something, that to me is the dream. And I want to do that, but on a larger scale. So I've done short films in college. I just did my post grad debut with this film. I haven't gotten footage back yet, so fingers crossed. But kind of just like conveying the stories you want to and eliciting the feelings that you want to. So that to me is the dream. And it wouldn't be too bad if I was backed by a studio for that. So that's also the dream.
Yeah. Do you watch your own content,
100% all the time.
and are you hard on yourself or
Yes, but after a little bit, no. Like I used to sing a lot all the time, and I have so many videos from when I was like 10 of me just singing with my guitar in my room. They'd never let them see the light of day. And then I watch them now and I'm like, I was so talented, but I did not think so in the moment. That's why I never put them anywhere. I stopped singing completely. Like that was just not something I wanted to do anymore. But when I got older, I'm looking back and I was like, that sucks. Like I was so good. That little girl should have way more confidence than she did. And I think now I'm a little bit kinder to myself for that reason because I know when I watch back my tapes and like maybe even a year, I'm gonna be like, oh, that was actually way better than I thought it was. So I know myself. I'll watch something and I'll be like, okay, I'll sit on it, you know? So hard on myself, but you gotta submit it. So it can't be too hard.
you think we are harder to ourselves that we shouldn't? You know what I mean? Like,
I'm probably the wrong person to ask this because I am very competitive with myself. So if I know I have more in me, I'm gonna get every last ounce out of like effort, get that perfect tape. Like if I'm able to, if I have the resources, I have the time, I'll take as long as it takes. So for me, I work best under pressure. So having kind of that self-doubt is a little bit of motivation for me to do better. Other people, that's the worst thing for them. They shouldn't do that at all because it's not a great thing, Like some people are just built different than others. So overall, I don't think self-doubt is a great thing. However, you can turn it into motivation.
yeah. I mean, which is easier said than done sometimes, right? Which I get it.
100%. Everyone says I'm too hard on myself, but I don't really like yes, but like it's okay. You know,
Yeah.
like I'll survive.
And what do you think it's one of the biggest misconceptions that people have about actors in general?
Probably that they're self-serving, because initially coming into it, I was a little bit nervous because you hear all the horror stories of like these egomaniacs. I'm nowhere near that level to interact with people who are like demanding things, but all of the actors that I've worked with, and just from being on set as an actor, like you are all there to make the director and writer's vision come true. Everyone was working together for that one thing, and to have everyone want that, I don't know why when I went into it, I thought actors would be like, no, like I'm gonna make this scene about me, like I want to be the star, but like had never even had a single experience like that. So that was crushed right off the bat. I was like, oh, wait, like we're all working towards the exact same thing. So I think maybe I learned it from the movies or something.
Yeah. And how has modeling helped you in your acting career as well?
So fun because like there are no stakes, really. Like if your hair looks good, your hair looks good, you know? And like you don't I haven't done a lot of modeling, so this isn't probably true for everyone, but like you show up, you get your hair makeup done, you get your outfit on, you're feeling great, they snap a few photos, you go home. It's like the dream job. I think with acting, obviously there's a lot more that goes into it, like emotionally and prep work, and it's just a different ball game. But I think modeling, just being comfortable in front of the camera is huge if that's something that you aren't already. I did a couple modeling things before I started like really, really getting into auditions, and just like the initial nerves of like, what do I do? Like, how do I go? It's a studio, so it's kind of set up the same in certain ways, and like you're being told where to stand, how to pose, how to look. So I think just having that comfortability of being on set, like you're on a set, it's perfect. It's always going to be amazing to me. I think actually acting has probably helped me with modeling more as far as like face emotions. Unless you're doing commercial, then it's just like big smiles.
What has been your funniest audition for a commercial ever?
Oh my gosh. I was just recapping this with my mom. It was when I was young. It was a Nickelodeon commercial. I was in their casting office, and I go in, I'm with one other kid, and I'm 10. And they were like, "Okay, pretend you're in a bus, a school bus, and there are butts flying around, like bottoms just flying around everywhere. And you think it's the funniest thing." And I'm like mortified. I'm like, why would that be funny? Like that's terrifying. And so they're like, okay, like action. And I'm like, like what? Like they could have said anything else. They could have said like, pretend there's like, I don't know, SpongeBob's jumping around or something. Then I would be like, oh, okay, I'm into it. But I was like, what are you talking about? It was bizarre. And honestly, I still don't know how I would have handled it if I got that today. I probably would have declined.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, who would think that's funny?
And why would you say that to a 10-year-old? Like, that's gross to me.
Yeah, you're probably gonna traumatize it for sure. So,
Yeah, did not get a call back on that one. So,
ah, those bastards. All right. Now, if you could go back in time and give yourself advice at the beginning, what would you say?
chill out, probably. I think, like most people, I went in like, okay, let's get this thing going. I'm gonna work at it for a couple months and then I'm gonna be booked and busy. Like, let's go. Like, I might have to call off work. Like, I gotta tell my bosses. I would say take a breath. You wish it was like that, but that's just not the industry we're in. And just enjoy. I think I actually put a lot less pressure on myself when I first started because I understood that I'm new to this. People have been doing this their whole lives. They went to school for this, they studied it. I'm just jumping, like throwing my hat in the ring now. So I think I put less pressure. And then as I got into it, I'm like, oh crap, like I really got to hone in on this. So I think that's when I would probably give myself the advice when I was 2 months in and freaking out. I'd be like, just take a breath, go on a walk, go outside, connect with nature. It's not that deep. It's meant to you for you will find you. So,
Yeah, take a nap.
and I would say book headshots way sooner. I
Crazy.
still need to get another one, but yeah.
Yeah. Now, looking ahead, what kind of work opportunities are you most excited to explore?
I've been on hold for a couple larger commercials, and I know they always say, you're getting close when you're almost selected, but then you get the no eventually. So I think it would be really cool to work on a large, whether it's like commercial or just shoot with like a known production company or something that I could see in stores. Like I did a shoot for a jam brand a couple months ago and I was on their website and I like went to work and I'm like, guys, like check it out. It's the coolest thing ever. So I think just being on a set like that and being able to be like, that's me. Like I think that is so cool. And you don't think about it when you're shopping. Like you just see people wearing clothes, you're like, oh, I like the clothes. You're not thinking like that's a real person who sees themselves in this store. So that would be a really cool opportunity that I hope is coming up, fingers crossed. I would say that, and I want to make another film in the fall. So I want it to be a little bit more serious. My first one was a parody of the movie Obsession, actually. So I definitely want to take it a little bit more, get people in their feels, and challenge myself acting. So
There you go.
something-
Which we all know that all of that is going to happen. I wouldn't be surprised if at some point we see you are the head of a brand, you name it, basically, to be like, man, I know it. So
that's the dream.
it's
I'll
gonna
let you
happen.
know.
Hear me on that. Hear me on that. That's gonna happen. And when all of this is said and done, right? Not just work, not the recognition, but just you as a person. What do you hope your life actually meant?
Jesus, what a way to end. I hope that I entertained people. I think that is truly like the one thing that I was set out to do in whatever capacity it is. I consider myself a personality hire at work. I feel like in real life I just try to be, I don't know, interesting, keep things fun, crack jokes. But with the stuff that I create, I think about this question a lot actually, like what will outlive me? And that's why I feel such pressure to create these things, whether it's just like social media content or films or just writing stories and putting them out there. I think that is one thing that will always outlive you and just the messages that you want to put out there through your storytelling. So that's what I hope my life meant. I think that is something that's actually tangible versus just saying like I want to make people laugh. But ultimately, that is my goal is to have my work outlive me.
I'm gonna drop the mic because you're basically killing it here. So mhm. That's amazing. That's amazing. And you know what? My last question, so we can all enjoy and relax. So, what do you think? That could be the best title for this episode.
Oh gosh. I love play on words and titles. I'm gonna come up with something better, but this is the only thing off the top of my head. Killing it with Kelly. Boom. Signed.
There you go. Sounds like a franchise to me. Who knows? Maybe at some point when you're writing your own memoirs, you could be like, I need a title, and be like, I already got a title cooked years ago. Let's put it in.
So true.
I
It's
like
stone.
it.
It's written in stone.
Yeah. 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 Fantastic. And at the end, what can I say? I just love what you do. It's incredible. It's inspiring. But hey, what I do enjoy the most is that you're showing us that dreams can come true, right? You're giving us hope that as long as you stay persistent, you stay hardworking, and just having fun at the same time, you're gonna be able to create something, right? I think that's the most beautiful thing about is that sure you can give us characters and stories and all of that to make us cry, laugh, whatever. But you're showing us on between the lines that dreams can come true. And I think the type of hope, the type of positivity you are spreading with your work is something we desperately need, especially right now in this messed up world we're currently living in. So keep doing what you do. It's incredible.
Thank you. And thank you for having me. This was fun.
Absolutely. It was epic. I do want to thank also those who stayed the whole episode. Now, by this point, come on. Since question one, I was like, I know why Kelly is super badass. So let's follow her. Let's share some love. Hashtag Team Kelly. And again, thank you for making this happen. Keep shining out there. Keep rocking. Keep kicking ass. And I'll definitely be seeing you in the next one.